10 years. They are a team to beat without question. They come into Ford Field unbeaten in 2020, and standing in their way, the Eagles from Frankenmuth. It's a bit of a Cinderella story. A team 11-0 on the year, and already has made school history by reaching the final stage. This is what they hope to do. Take it away from Grand Rapids Catholic Central, who has done it not just in 2019, but 10, 16, and 17. It is a very crowded trophy case in their high school lobby. Only one will be left standing here on Fox Sports Detroit. Hi, everybody. With my partner, former Michigan quarterback Devin Gardner, I'm Matt Shepard. It's no secret he's been here before. As a player at Inkster, as a junior and senior, he led his team to the state championship game. Are the Brights too big for a team that hasn't been here before, do you think?
Yeah, I think Grand Rapids CC is prepared, right? Like you talked about, they've been here ad nauseum. Are the bright lights too bright for Frankenmuth is what we want to find out, and I think we'll be able to find that out fairly early.
You and I talk a lot about different sports. When you're in the NCAA tournament, a really good basketball team can go a long way with a point guard. Well, in this tournament, you need a quarterback, and Grand Rapids Catholic Central has a guy every coach would love to have under center.
Joey Salveri knows exactly where to go with the ball on a regular basis. He shows all that he wants to show at all times. Big arm. He's a young guy. He'll have another opportunity at this, but he loves to get the ball in the hands of his talented receiver, Jace Williams, and he goes up and gets it. I remember watching them in the state championship last year against Country Day, and it was very impressive to see these two work together and get the ball in the end zone regularly.
His head coach, Todd Colster, said if this kid is 6'3", he's a national recruit. Instead, Joey Silveri is more of a local recruit, but he wouldn't want anybody else under center. He said this guy gives us our championship DNA. How does Frankenmuth get their first ever championship? Well, they have gotten here because of a ground and pound attack that is among the best in the state.
They are uniquely designed. What's the best offense to stop that explosive offense on the other side?
Yeah.
You stay on the field and they run the ball. That's what they do. They're led by their quarterback, and he's going to have a day. He's not afraid to put the ball in the air, and I think that's going to prove that it'll make them capable of standing this game.
It's a big reason they average 39 points per game. Look at that, 294 yards on the ground per game, 50 rushing touchdowns, and they spread the wealth. You're going to heal Daniel Barger, Samuel Barger, Riley Roy, and Daniel Reif an awful lot today. Who you follow is really up to you. We just know this. They are going to spread the wealth because that's what has gotten them here. These are two dynamic offenses, but they're very different offenses. Who will have the last play in their back to be able to get things done, we'll soon find out, because the Division V state championship is upcoming. Frankenmuth forces a ton of turnovers and turns a lot of heads in the community as well. Trevor Thompson has that story when we come back to Ford Field as our state championship coverage continues on Fox Sports Detroit after this.
Send a message right now. This is where you make a name for yourself right now. Where my dogs at? Where my dogs at? Win on three. 1, 2, 3. Hey, we fired up. Hey, we fired up.
We gather under hazy night. Rain or shadow cast and floodlights applaud for this padded battle. And brothers suit up in armor and dance with the gridiron in unison under the spotlight, holding up their team, careful not to let them fall. Brotherhood is an equal effort, a give and take. If there's a single wrong beat, there's a chance of being consumed by flames or being devoured by an opponent's rabid will. What you don't see is a season of long days, aching muscles drenched in sweat. What you don't see is the bone-shattering stomps of triumph, followed by slow grind and hard fall before any confetti can shower. What you get is glory mixed with unforgettable pain, a feeling you chase for the rest of your life. Tied to one another by battle cry, this game is a rite of passage, a test of loyalty to self, to team. In the heat of adversity, this night can turn blisters into gold, turf into sanction, cleats from dirt razors, and to Hermes winged boots. And we all could fly. We could feel it by the thunder.
I don't care how old you are. You wanted to play here as a high school player in the state of Michigan. Beautiful Ford Field welcomes you to the Division 5 state championship game. Frankenmuth and Grand Rapids Catholic Central. Welcome, everyone. With Devin Gardner, I'm Matt Shepard. A lot of community service for both these communities and programs. Trevor Thompson has one point of view. Trev, welcome.
Thank you very much, Matt. And appropriately enough, Frankenmuth's nickname are the Eagles, as in the bald eagle. It represents America and its freedom. And to that end, in Frankenmuth, this football team supports its community by representing the American Legion. And they came off the bus today wearing black sweatshirts with eagle on the front and the American flag on the shoulder. That is because they were hampered in their efforts to support the American Legion because of COVID this year. But the one way they could do it, wear these black sweaters here today and play with pride and hopefully bring a championship back to the branch of the American Legion in Frankenmuth. We'll see how they make out here in this Division 5 tilt this afternoon, Matt.
Trev, it's a great story, and I know you got more for us throughout our broadcast today. Frankenmuth won the coin flip. They chose to defer. Grand Rapids Catholic Central will receive to start the Division 5 final. Ryan Brenner teeing it up and ready to kick it deep to Daniel Michaele or Jack Rellinger. Michaele wears 7. And Rellinger wears 14 for Grand Rapids Catholic Central. 10-0 out of the OK Gold. And Frankenmuth 11-0 out of the Tri-Valley Conference. And the first ever meeting between the two is underway. Off the fingertips of Michaele and into the end zone. They'll take it at the 20-yard line. It's a very good, very steady Catholic Central offense that averages 42 points per game. But Devin Gardner, they are led by the junior Joey Silveri.
Yeah, we talked about 6 in blue. Joey Silveri, he's not the biggest guy, but he's got a lot of heart. He's got a good arm, and he has a very talented receiver to get the ball to.
27 touchdowns, just 4 picks on the year. So to Devin's point, a very good decision maker. They run a lot of empty, although Nick Hollowan, 23 in blue, is their leading rusher at over 900 yards per game.
Shep, I expect them to test early to see if Frankenmuth can stop them on the outside, right? Take a shot on the first play of the game and see what you have in that back end for Frankenmuth.
3 wide receivers set for Silveri. Looking downfield, pressure comes, unloads, middle of the field, he's got his man Holloran near midfield. And a pretty pitch and catch to start the day.
Yeah, there's no secret what Grand Rapids CC is going to try to do here. They're going to get back and see, can Frankenmuth play with their speed on the outside and inside the tight end positions? It's a very good job. He's going to get vertical. That's a very nice little double stick to try to get free for his quarterback.
Got 30 yards to midfield. A quarterback draw. And he's going nowhere. Good defense led by Ashton Benkert. He's the leader up front wearing 59 in white. The Grand Rapids Catholic Central offense up front, 6'1", 2 1/4. That's what they average. Ryan Beggs, the left guard, tough, the only returning starter up front for him. Jace Williams wears number 5. Folks, 19 touchdowns in 9 games played. His 48 career touchdowns are a state record. And he's an all-dream team selection.
Right there at the top of your screen, number 2 receiver, Jace Williams.
On a 2nd down and 9. Silveri with a quarterback run all the way. Close to a first down. Pushed out of bounds by number 25, Dalton DeBow.
Just a quarterback outside zone here. And watch how Joey Silveri finishes this run. He's not afraid. He's not running away from contact, right? He's kind of trying to create the contact. He's gotten to this game. He's been here before. He's comfortable, and they're getting his feet wet with some nice cue runs to make sure that he stays comfortable here in the state championship.
3rd down and short. This is Halloran. Easy first down and more. Comes out of the wash. Still on his feet. And dragged down inside the 10. Touchdown saving tackle made by Ben Reiner.
It's a very nice run by Halloran. Right, you can see it's just a nice power play. He's going to get the ball and get vertical right away. He's going to see his puller come around. He's going to get behind him, and he's going to explode out of the wash, just like you said. Halloran comes hollering out of the wash and almost gets to the end zone.
They've got two big plays already on this opening drive. A 30-yard connection to midfield through the air and a 34-yard run for Halloran to get inside the 10. First and goal for Grand Rapids Catholic Central.
Look for Grand Rapids Catholic Central maybe get on the edge and try to make a play with their quarterback in the pass game.
From the pocket for Silveri. Lofting for the corner and off the fingertips. Intended for Nolan Ziegler.
Incomplete pass.
Just a bit outside for Joey Silveri. He's going to want that one back, but only second down, right? That's why when you have first down in this territory, inside the 10-yard line, you have your whole playbook, right? You're not afraid of not getting in the end zone, right? So the first play, you can take a shot into the end zone. He does that there. He doesn't connect, but look for him to connect on that later in this game.
And let's face it, with this offense, you figure it's 4-down territory anyway. Second and goal. Here comes the blitz. And Silveri is going to pay the price. A loss on that play because of what Frankenmuth is able to do up front. Ashton Benkert led the way, and it's a loss of 5.
Yeah, they sold out for the quarterback power, and they were correct. Everybody coming in, very good job stopping them and stringing it out, right? The first guy doesn't make the play, but the team defense, right, stringing them out, and now the cavalry comes and everybody can make a play on the ball.
Pursuit to the football. That's what Frankenmuth's defense does as well as any. They give up just 7 points per game. They've only allowed 11 touchdowns this season.
Got a big vacancy here. Let's see if they try to get a receiver in that area when the ball snaps.
Third and goal from the 12. Silveri, strong arms at touchdown. That was a frozen rope to Nolan Ziegler.
Catholic Central. 12 yards from Silveri to Ziegler.
What they did here is they used number 5 right here, Jace Williams, the best receiver, to come across and take the attention of everybody and then hit this guy, boom, right there. Very good job and well-designed play to get the ball in the end zone in their first drive.
Good hands by Ziegler. Perfect pass from Silveri. The extra point from Jack Barlow is good. And Grand Rapids Catholic Central, a couple of big chunk plays, and then on a 3rd and 12, how about that frozen dime from Joey Silveri to Nolan Ziegler, and they have the early lead. Couldn't have started much better for Todd Colster and Grand Rapids Catholic Central. They drive 80 yards in 7 plays in 2.5 minutes. And his team has the early lead in his 9th season already with championships under his belt. And on the opposite sideline, Phil Martin. He's done something no other head coach at Frankenmuth has been able to do, and that's get a team to the state championship game.
And both these coaches well qualified and have a good pedigree. Frankenmuth obviously new to the scene. Great Cinderella season. Let's see if they can try to keep the ball away from that Grand Rapids CC offense, because as we just saw, they are rolling from the start. But Frankenmuth has a uniquely designed offense that can help them in that area.
Jake Andrews and Tyler Rich are deep for Frankenmuth to return the kickoff from Jack Barlow. Big leg. And Frankenmuth will settle for the 20. Devin Rife, the captain, is the quarterback for Frankenmuth. Doesn't throw a whole lot, but he is a threat with his legs without question.
Those 25 total touchdowns are special, right? He is relatively balanced, right? He's not going to put in there a whole bunch, but you can see 800 in the air, 900 on the ground.
And he'll keep it on the first play. tough sledding to the 21-yard line. His offensive line is not the biggest, but they move well, and they're smart. I mean, this is a Frankenmuth offense that may run one play but have to block it 5 different ways. So the film watching has been vital for their success for the big guys up front.
Absolutely, and when you do that, right, it simplifies it for your offense, but on defense, it gives the appearance of different plays, which can confuse defense.
2nd down and 9. Here's a toss to Cole Lindahl, and he's pushed out of bounds. We talked about the offensive line. Alec Martin's at the left tackle. He wears number 50 in white. He is Phil Martin's son and getting comfortable there after starting at center on the JV level. Zach Atkins makes all the plays, all the calls on for the plays as the center. And Kyle Main is the best offensive lineman. He's an all-state first-teamer and a 3-year starter at the right guard spot wearing 64 in white.
Third down and 8. Ball at the Frankenmuth 22.
Let's see if they put the ball in the air here. When they want to throw it, Ethan Jacobs, number 9, he's usually the guy they want to get to.
They will from the pocket, slinging it out on an out pattern, but not much there for Riley Roy. And Frankenmuth opens their championship game 3 and out.
Yeah, the defensive team speed for Grand Rapids CC has been on full display early in the game. I mean, they are flying around sideline to sideline, and I think that Frankenmuth's going to have to find a way to get up into the middle of the defense rather than running sideline to sideline and use vertical attack rather than horizontal.
Ethan Jacobs will punt it away. John Passano on the return for Grand Rapids Catholic Central, and it's a good one to the 46-yard line of Frankenmuth.
The punt from number 9, Ethan Jacobs, returned by 2, John Passano.
Well, you should know, if you're a Michigander, where these two schools hail from. Grand Rapids Catholic Central in the 2nd largest city in the state of Michigan, and Frankenmuth, which means Little Bavaria.
Their series, first down and 10.
Frankenmuth not quite in the thumb of Michigan, but in the crease, right? That crease of the thumb, you know, that gets a little ashy from time to time.
Means courage of Franconians. That's what Frankenmuth means. Got the Ice Dogs Mushing Show and the Chowdown Festival and Bronner's Christmas Wonderland. It's an awesome place to visit. Silveri on a comeback route, bobbled but caught by Passano to the 45-yard line. Grand Rapids, the 2nd largest city in the state, as we mentioned, known for its furniture manufacturing, and founded by Louis Campo, a Detroit-born Louis Campo, the official founder of the beautiful city of Grand Rapids. So much to do there. 2nd down and long.
You got one-on-one to the top of your screen with one safety in the middle of the field. A lot of space out there to work.
Nick Holleran on the carry all the way to the 36. This is a Frankenmuth defense that allows just 1.1 yards per carry this season. And Holleran has a couple of nice chunk runs so far today.
Ashton Becker with the stop short of the line to gain, 3rd and 1.
Good downhill runner, the senior Nick Holleran. Tough and physical. 3rd and short.
Let's see if they just go right back to Holleran right up the middle. Oh, miscommunication there.
Yeah, but Silveri wise enough to get to the edge and get the first down. He was punished, but he got it.
Grand Rapids CC had the same idea as I, but they weren't on the same page on which side they're going to go. Great job by Silveri, you know, taking the ball and saying, hey, I'll go get it myself then. Uh-oh, come on, give me some space. All right, all you need is a couple. Look how he tries to finish the run, though, Shep. I really love to watch a quarterback like Silveri, where he finishes his run similar to what you would see from a running back.
Michael Carter made the tackle. Now they go empty on 1st and 10, Dev.
Once again, he's looking to the sideline. I'm sure the coaching staff, it's on their sideline. Their best receiver is one-on-one, and this could be a touchdown if they get him to the middle of the field around here.
Pump fake. Home run ball to Jace Williams. He's got it.
He made it out of bounds.
It's out of bounds.
Yep.
That was a whale of a catch just to haul it in. Sam McKenzie had really good coverage downfield.
Incomplete pass intended for number 5.
This is not a bad job by the defensive back, making sure he rides the receiver all the way out. Samuel McKenzie does a great job of putting his back to the sideline, finding the ball, and continuing to push him out. Chase Williams is going to have to hold his line. And when I say hold his line, that means keep a 5-yard buffer between your body and the sideline so that the quarterback can fade you out. There, he didn't do it. And when the quarterback fades him out, now he catches the ball out of bounds.
McKenzie, their best cover corner for Frankenmuth on one side. The other side, Tyler Rich, really tough kid. Going to need to be physical with Grand Rapids Catholic Central's wideouts. Silveri on a quarterback keeper. Dragged down by number 25, Dalton DeBow. DeBow, one of those guys in the Frankenmuth defense, getting a lot better as the year has progressed. Used to play fullback on the freshman team. And they like the way he runs. They like his intelligence. They like the physicality that he plays with. So they stuck him at linebacker, and it's paid off for Frankenmuth.
Shep, just like we saw that spectacular catch that wasn't a catch, Frankenmuth saw it as well. And on the last snap, they made sure they sent a little help over to Chase Williams.
It's 3rd down and 7. Catholic Central 3 for 3 on their 3rd down conversion so far today. Silveri with pressure coming, unloads, and it's incomplete, then a late flag.
Incomplete pass intended for Williams.
If Frankenmuth is going to continue to play one-on-one football with their best players, especially on a 3rd and 7 type of situation, they are going to go to him every time, and they're going to be able to draw penalties such as that because Chase Williams is such a talented, shifty receiver for such a big size.
Defensive pass interference. Number 10, half the distance to the goal. 1st down.
They've circled him before the play. They wanted to get to him, kind of pulls him. You see us grabbing that hip and stopping him from getting across the field to get the ball.
It's a tough cover. Chase Williams, 6'5", 198.
First down and 10.
Headed to Miami to play for the Redhawks. And by the way, not just excelling on the football field, but in the classroom, it's 3.65 GPA. Empty set, Silveri feels the pressure. Casually rolls, dumps it off. Williams has got it. 6 more for Catholic Central.
Touchdown, Catholic Central. Silveri complete to Chase Williams.
You're going to look at this and you're going to say, wow, they had a perfect play designed for the pressure, right? He gets pressure right up the middle, but the shallow cross is going to come from the opposite side of the field, right? So Chase Williams is going where he's breaking to and then just dumps it right up his head. Great poise by Joyce Silveri. Not necessarily running, right, but keeping it as an option, drawing in the defense and then dumping the ball right over the defense's head.
Good patience, good accuracy. And the extra point is up and through. It was a 13-yard connection from Silveri to Chase Williams. It's something they've done quite a bit throughout their careers. This season alone, that's number 20 that they've hooked up. And now they lead by 14 on Fox Sports Detroit. The MHSAA Football State Championships on Fox Sports Detroit are brought to you by your local Toyota dealer. Visit buyatoyota.com. Toyota, let's go places. By Meyer. Meyer knows when we support the home teams, we all win. And by the Sparrow Health System. Wear a mask, save a life. Sparrow Health System. What a start for Grand Rapids Catholic Central. A couple of possessions, a couple of touchdowns. The latest to that talented young receiver, Chase Williams, the senior, on the receiving end of a 13-yard strike from Joey Silveri, and it's 14-0. There's the summary. It was quick. 2 minutes and 18 seconds to travel 46 yards in 6 plays.
Shep, you love baseball. I guess you can say they're batting 1,000 so far.
Oh, you bet. There's no doubt about that. Once you're in the end zone in high school off that kickoff, you get it at the 20-yard line, so Daniel Barger didn't get a chance to return it.
Carlos kickoff goes into the end zone for a touchback.
High school football fans, stay with us after this game because the MHSAA football finals continue coming up at 7:30. It's the Division III title game. River Rouge takes on DeWitt. Find out who will take home the trophy on your home for the high school football finals, Fox Sports Detroit and Fox Sports Detroit Plus. On the ground, that's where Devin Rife finds some really tough action because of the roaming defense. Daniel Kajewski able to make the tackle there.
Grand Rapids CC's defense, like we talked about, has great speed. Frankenmuth needs to devise plans to try to get the ball inside, right? Use misdirection and get the ball inside to try to get it vertical rather than trying to get it laterally.
Krajewski, a physical force up front. Rife wants to throw. He does. It's too low for his intended receiver, Daniel Barger. Now, we talked a lot about this through our coverage of high school football state championship action. Can you do something that you normally don't do and do it effectively? That's what Frankenmuth is starting to face right now.
Yeah, they're early in the game, right? They're being challenged with, okay, the running is not working, right? Grand Rapids CC has the run game on lock to start the game. Can we get the ball in the air and create some explosive plays to loosen them up? Then we can get back to what we love doing more than anything, which is running the ball.
On a 3rd and 10, Devin Rife from the pocket across the middle and just out of his intended receiver's reach. That was Cole Jankowski. Well, Rife has got some time, and he's got some guys starting to run open a little bit. Some of the plays are there.
Now, the reason this play isn't able to work, he has his guy and it's close, but his feet are set to throw the ball straight down the field instead of getting his hips set out here so he can make the throw. It's very important for quarterbacks to make sure your feet are in line, hips, feet, shoulders in line to make throws to your target rather than having them straight down the field and not getting it outside.
Passano on the return, and he's wrestled down at the 45-yard line. It's a good punt by Ethan Jacobs, an all-state punter. Drilled at 38 yards, and the return was just 2.
Number 3, Jake Andrews.
You have to think Frankenmuth, right? Haven't had a bunch of situations where they have to become a drop-back passing team, and it's the quarterback. Has he been prepared to make these throws under pressure? We just don't know it to this point, but on that last 3rd down, did not look like it.
Has to start here, though, Devin, with their defense, right? Yeah. Got to find a way to stop Joey Silveri and that potent offense of CC.
They're fully committed to playing man-to-man defense on these talented receivers.
Holleran. They string him out, and they wrap him up. Good job defensively by Frankenmuth. They were led by Dalton DeBow again.
Holleran is the ball carrier.
And the aforementioned man-to-man defense is why they can get so many hats to the ball, right, with one high safety. And that one high safety isn't even deep, right? He's pretty low at about 8 yards. They can get as many hats as they can to the ball, and I think that's strategic, right? They think that the running game of Grand Rapids CC can hurt them just as bad as the passing game, and they would much rather have them have a chance to throw it in the air rather than just run it down their throat.
DeBow showing you just how well he runs sideline to sideline to make that play at 2nd down and 10.
See extra help.
Pressure comes from the backside. Jacobs has got him, and it's fumbled, and Frankenmuth has it.
Ball carrier is 6, Joey Silveri.
There's the official word. A turnover.
Moving on the field, recovery by Frankenmuth.
Right.
59.
Why was this able to work? Because the safety helps out on the receiver, and the first read for Joey Silveri is over there, right? So he looks there. Oh, no, they're doubling him. Now I got to go to the other side. By that time, the defense is already there, and it's always the guy you don't see. That's why ball security is so important. The guy you don't see is the one that gets the ball out there. That's the play that Frankenmuth needed. We just talked about it. The defense, it starts with the defense. They make a play. Now you have favorable position.
So they'll take a look at this. Remember, just a couple of options to review on video for officials in the state championships. Turnovers and scoring plays. This, a turnover.
Yeah, that's going to be a fumble, Shep. That ball is completely out there. There's no sign. And what they're probably looking for, hey, was he trying to toss it forward, right? What was his knee down? All those things are clear. They're reviewing it, and it's just for housekeeping, if you will.
Boy, the backside pressure. And you want leadership. You want leadership. This is what you ask for. Ethan Jacobs caused the fumble.
The ruling on the field is confirmed. It was a fumble. First down.
Jacobs forced the fumble, and then Ashton Benkert jumped on it. Huge play in a big-time situation for Frankfurt's defense.
Now, Frankenmuth has really, they just stole the momentum, right? I wouldn't be surprised for them to get a fake and play action and get the ball up in the air.
Nope, they're going to keep it on the ground. They've only gained 3 yards of offense. Wrestled down after maybe a gain of 1. Nolan Ziegler came up from his safety spot and put the hurt on the ball carrier. Ziegler's an outstanding safety, folks. 24 in blue will light up your screen. Is a junior All-American, a returning starter, and a fabulous story that we'll have for you throughout our broadcast. But this kid can flat out get it done, and he's only a junior. 6'3", 205, a defensive stud. Reif pulls it.
It's just not going to be there.
It's not going anywhere.
That is not going to be there for him, Shep.
Is the ball carrier.
Gap integrity, so important to Catholic Central, and they're doing a heck of a job with it so far.
Shoot came off of the quarterback there.
There's Frankenmuth that we were talking about. You've been to that Bronner's Christmas Wonderland, by the way?
I have not been to the Christmas
You've got to go.
I've heard it's quite delightful.
You spend all that money on the people you love right there. Get all your Christmas shopping done in one spot. 3rd down and long. Reif wants to throw, setting up a screen. Well executed. And down to the 10-yard line.
Very well done.
Big fella's got out in front, paved the way. 26 for Cole Lindahl.
Right, so he's going to fake the pitch, come around, and now you're going to draw the defensive end in. Draw him in, don't be in a rush, and then dump it right over his head. Very good job. And now you got those hogs in front, you can go make a play. Very well designed play and very well timed play, right? On 3rd down, you usually see screens, especially from a team. It's not just naturally a drop back passing team. That was a very good job by them.
Alec Martin and Zach Adkins doing a nice job to get out in front. Now Reif took a big time hit as he crawled inside the 5 down to the 3-yard line. Reif knows this offense well. Has started at the position for 2.5 years.
Yeah, when he gets into his faking, right, it looks like he's not even reading it because he moves so fast. But that's because he knows exactly what he's doing, right? He's been in the offense. He understands how it runs, and it runs so smoothly through him.
Lindahl, the lone setback. Reif will try and follow him through the hole. Instead, get wrestled for a 1-yard loss. Brady Redmer, number 52 in blue, made the tackle.
3rd and goal from the 4-yard line. Look for number 13, Riley Roy, who they love to get in the flat.
3rd and goal.
Roy with 3 receiving touchdowns.
I guess you can't look for him anymore, Shep. He's heading off the field.
Well, they could still throw it. Jacobs has 2 receiving touchdowns, 2nd most on the team. And it's a toss sweep to the left side. Nice cut back. There's a touchdown for Daniel Barger, and Frankenmuth is on the championship board.
Touchdown, Frankenmuth. Daniel Barger, number 2.
With 2 seconds to spare in the quarter, Frankenmuth proves a threat for Grand Rapids CC. It's a very good job. Like you said, toss sweep to the outside. They weren't able to find rhythm on the outsides and laterally in the field, but down in the red zone, they were able to get on the edge a number of times and finally get in the end zone on 3rd down.
Ryan Brenner's extra point is solid. Frankenmuth's offense got some help from Frankenmuth's defense. They forced the turnover, and then they're able to capitalize. The first couple possessions, they only gained 3 yards, went 3 and out. But when they were able to flip the field thanks to Ashton Becker's fumble recovery, his offense did the rest. And Daniel Barger finished it off. Now Frankenmuth, strongly supported by their town. And hey, it's still the season, right? Great shots of Bronner's Christmas Wonderland, and you can hear it. The Burl Ives edition of Holly Jolly Christmas over the PA. I know a lot of young people go, Burl Ives, how'd you pull that one out?
Shep knows all. That last drive was very impressive, aided by the defensive turnover. Davin Rife really settled down. Those first 2 drives, he was really hyped up, right? You know, the state championship's my first time. It's the first time my school has an opportunity to win one. He was really hyped up. You could see he really settled into the offense on that last drive and got his team in the end zone.
That big 3rd down conversion did wonders for their, I would guess, offensive psyche, right?
Yep, to have the poise to draw him in and set up that screen, right? That means he's really settled in.
Brenner will kick it deep. Michael A. and Rutlinger are deep. And this will be Michael A. from inside the 5. Oh, sandwiched at the 21-yard line. Love the popping of the pads and love the first quarter action. Grand Rapids Catholic Central jumped out to a 14-0 lead. They broke through on a touchdown pass from Joey Silveri. Thought, man, we're never going to look back until the key turnover that gave Frankenmuth the opportunity they needed. It's 14-7. Grand Rapids CC leads as we head to the second.
Welcome back to Ford Field, and when it comes to Nick Halloran and Grand Rapids Catholic Central, one word comes to mind, and that word is tradition. And it all started in 1959. That's where his maternal grandparents met. Nick's parents also met there as well. His paternal grandfather was once the principal at CC. He also coached the football team, and now Nick will become the 30th member of the family to graduate from there, the 15th member of the family to play on the football team, and now the 9th member of the family or be an all-state athlete. And away from football, his mom and his sisters all cheered on the cheer team. In fact, his sister Mackenzie is now the cheer coach at CC. Those are some deep roots, Matt.
That is a great story. I guess my question is, how do you hand out the tickets, Trev? You only get a couple. So they got to be pretty special to get in there. Joey Silveri's pretty special as he leans close to a first down. Picked up about 9 before dragged down by Sam McKenzie. What a great story. What great tradition. And their own shirts made up. It doesn't get a whole lot better than that, does it, Dev?
Not at all. They're going to give him the first down there, Shep.
At the Catholic Central 33.
Very favorable spot, huh?
Very. But Silveri will take it, and so will Grand Rapids Catholic Central's offense. Offset eye behind him. Halloran to the 36. Back down to Trevor Thompson. Trev?
Yeah, if he could have gotten more tickets, they would have filled this side of the stadium here at Ford Field today, Matt. But it goes back with Nick to literally just after he was born. They say he would either fall asleep in the stands watching a CC game or in a T-shirt box where his family was selling T-shirts at the home games. So this guy literally was born into this tradition, literally and figuratively at CC.
He's alive and well now, though. He's making a difference for Grand Rapids CC. Love the story. Keep him coming. Here's Halloran bouncing to the outside. Trying to cut it back and then drag down from behind. Connor Roach, the All-State wrestler, stayed on pursuit, and the co-captain on defense who leads this team in tackles wearing 23 in white picks up the tackle there.
And he leads the team in tackles because of plays like that from the backside, right? You got the running back trying to sift his way through, and he comes and just smashes him from the back, kind of like how you do in wrestling.
Kind of sets the tempo for that defense. It's 3rd down and a long 3.
Relatively big 3rd down for him, Shep.
Halloran broke a tackle. Second effort. He's going to be shy of the first down.
Hollering on the carry.
There's no hesitation. They are, without question, going to go for this fourth down play.
Sam McKenzie in on the stop. By 59.
Should have been tackled in the backfield for a loss, but great job by Hollering. The second effort.
And that second effort and that fourth down decision pays off for Grand Rapids Catholic Central. They'll move the chains again.
Who better than to keep it in the hands of your quarterback on a quarterback sneak? Joey Silveri. Snap it, find a way to get through. You always see Tom Brady, one of the greatest quarterback sneakers of all time in the NFL, because it's a great play if you know how to do it, right? You can't just bury your head in there. You kind of sift through, find your way through, and Joey Silveri does a great job on that play.
And going right up the back of Dominic Schoborn, the senior center at 6'2", 250. Able to root out the defensive tackles and get the first down to gain.
There are 9 guys in the box, Shep. 9 guys in the box. You got to pass the ball.
Yeah, absolutely. He sees it, and he's got a man open down the sideline, and just stumbling up is Daniel Krajewski. Heck of a catch by the tight end. Had to get twisted around and hauled it in for a pickup of 21.
First down, Cougars.
Why is it important that there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and it's a 9th guy over here? That's important because now there's no help in the passing game, right? There's only one-on-ones, and the pass has to be open, and as you can see, wide open, streaking up the sideline.
Krajewski with great concentration and body control. Silveri to the boundary side, run out of bounds.
It's also important because they can stop the run. They can stop the run, and I think Grand Rapids CC is going to have to pass them out of this style of defense because their running game isn't allowed to get the traction like they did in that first drive because of those 9 guys sitting up close in the box.
Well, if you're a quarterback, you don't mind that at all. I mean, if you're Joey Silveri, this is where you go, you know what? You want to make us throw on you? Bring it on. I love this kind of stuff.
Let's see if they don't try to get him out of that defense. This is a 2-on-2 up here with your best player in the slot.
2nd and 10. Silveri looks middle of the field, has a man. It's caught, and Ziegler's got his 2nd receiving touchdown of the day.
Touchdown, Catholic Central.
Or pass him out of it to the other side. That's also 2-on-2. I mean, Frankenmuth is going to have to find a way to get out of that defense and cover 4, right? 4-4 defense, cover 4 is a way you can do that to help in the run game, but also not give up so much in the pass. Right now, they're leaving the middle of the field wide open, and Grand Rapids CC is doing a great job of releasing the receivers, right? Get one receiver going one way, the other receiver going the other, and now you've created a lot of confusion in that man-to-man defense.
Great protection. Silveri threw it right on the money. Ziegler ran a really nice route, and Nolan Ziegler has his 2nd touchdown of the day already. We talked about his prowess on the defensive side of the ball. Offensively, he has been dynamite as well, and he's given Grand Rapids Catholic Central a 14-point lead again.
Nolan Ziegler's got his fingerprints all over this game already, and he is one of the best athletes ever to come out of Grand Rapids Catholic Central. And his dream has always been to play at Notre Dame. The reason why? That's where his grandfather once played. And that is where this youngster will go when his high school days are over. He will wear the Irish gold and follow in his grandfather's footsteps, and he couldn't be happier about that. And certainly the entire family feels the same way. And there you see his grandfather right there. He had his turn at Notre Dame, and Nolan will soon have his, Matt.
Yeah, his grandfather played for Era Parsegian and won a national championship. And that's what he grew up on, being a Notre Dame fan. Now, there was, listen, my partner Devin Gardner played at Michigan, right, a quarterback. Nolan's great-grandfather played for Michigan in the 30s and actually scored a game-winning touchdown against Ohio State.
Yes.
So some of the family were going, hey, what do you think about wearing the winged helmet? No.
It's a no for me.
Yeah, it's a no for him. He had to go to Notre Dame, and that's where he's headed. And Brian Kelly's got himself a really good one, but he's still got another year left. Good return here from Tyler Rich, up past the 25 to about the 26. We have talked throughout the weekend, Devin, about the number of really high-level athletes Michigan has been turning out in the game of football, and Nolan Ziegler's another one of them.
I think it's because of the emergence of 7-on-7 and all the indoor facilities around Michigan, because down in Florida and California.
Illegal block in the back. Number 23, return team. Half the distance to the goal, first down.
Like I was saying, in Florida and California, they play football year-round. They've done it for the longest time, and that's why it seems like they're so far ahead athletically and knowing the game of football. But now Michigan has been able to catch up, right, with all the indoor facilities and all the year-round training and position-specific training that California has had forever. Michigan football is really coming up as far as football talent is concerned.
More and more schools coming to seek out that talent. Rife on the edge and wrapped up right away. Good pursuit by Daniel Michaelet.
Is the ball carrier.
Daniel Michaelet is a name that you've heard many, many times early in this game. He's got great pursuit from sideline to sideline. Looks like he might be a little gassed there, though.
He's been running long routes, too.
You run the long way, and then you run in routes, and then you run down on kickoff, right? The next play, you have to run from the middle of the field all the way to the sideline, you know?
And then the coach says, don't complain. You're the one who wanted to play.
Right.
Don't take me off the field. Here we go, second down and 9. Rife wants to throw. Strong arms it out and incomplete. He was intending for Ethan Jacobs.
Incomplete pass intended for Ethan Jacobs.
It's not a bad throw. That's a good throw. You can see the defense bearing down on you. Get the ball behind him so that he can protect himself, just unable to make the catch.
Devin pointed out earlier, Devin Rife has thrown for over 840 yards, rushed for over 960 yards on the season. And a combined 25 touchdowns coming into the game today. On a 3rd and long, they'll run it. Roy is wrapped up at the 16-yard line. Well shy of the yard to gain, and Frankenmuth will have to punt it back.
Owen Ziegler makes the stop. Brings up 4th down and 5.
It's going to be hard for Frankenmuth to get to the outside, Devin, because of Ziegler, because of Williams when he's in there, and because of Michaelet. Their pursuit to the ball is so fast. That'll be down right around the 46-yard line. Good field position for Grand Rapids Catholic Central, who leads by 14. We'd like to take a moment to welcome our audience watching today on Fox Sports Detroit, Fox Sports Go, and on the CW in Grand Rapids and Kalamazoo, and on CW 46 in Flint as well. We're glad you're with us all live on this Division 5 state championship game and championship Saturday. Frankenmuth here for the first time in the history of their football program. Grand Rapids Catholic Central won it in 2019 in a blowout win over Country Day. They won it in 2017 over Edwardsburg. They beat Country Day in 2016 and beat Williamston in 2010. Holloran feeling his way, breaking tackles and into Frankenmuth territory.
That's a good first down run with 9 and an extra at 10 yards. Guys in the box. I mean, Frankenmuth has everybody packed in, and he's still able to pick up 8 yards, 7 yards on that run. That's a very talented run.
I think you and I give a lot of credit to the offensive line because we know that's the heartbeat of most teams offensively. But that mostly was Nick Holloran right there. Heck of a run. 2nd down and 3. They'll give it to him again. Nice cutback to get close to the first down. It'll be interesting to see where they spot it. Dalton DeBow with another tackle. 25 and white has been everywhere.
Dalton DeBow on the tackle.
3rd and inches.
We'll go back to the quarterback sneak here, Shep.
And it works.
Silveri on the keeper. Runs for a first down. Catholic Central.
Here's the road to the finals here at Ford Field. A blowout win over Freeland. They did the same to Oak Ridge. And the Oak Ridge win was really impressive considering that they didn't play in the district final because of the forfeit by Portland. The bye week didn't hurt him with a blowout win over Belding, 41-6. Holloran, right side, breaks free. And inside the 35 he goes.
Nick Holloran is the ball carrier.
This Holloran is very, very slippery. Like, guys are getting their hands on him and getting their arms wrapped around, but they're just quite not really. Yeah, he's very patient, and they're not getting a good grasp of him. He's just slipping right through, and it's very impressive to watch.
You can tell when running backs have good vision, can't you?
Yeah,
and
very
he seems
good
like that kind of running back, doesn't he?
Yep, knows exactly where to go, right? Sticks his foot in the ground at the right points. Knows when the play's dead, right? Knows when he can't get any more. He gets vertical. Knows when he can get to the outside. 9 carries, 70 yards for Nick Holloran so far today. Off play action. Silveri, he'll run it up the middle. Now to the outside and inside the 25-yard line of Frankenmuth. Driven out of bounds by Dalton DeBow and Tyler Rich. That was a play off of the play for GRCC. You could see the previous play. They motioned down Jace Williams and had him block. This time they motioned down and then bring him across the field. Frankenmuth was ready for it. Great job by Joyce Silveri, tucking it and going.
All right, you're the quarterback here. It's 2nd down and 2. Your offense feels good. You're in a pretty good rhythm. This is a good time to take a shot on 2nd down and 2, don't you think?
Yeah, 2nd down and 2 with the play action, especially if they leave your guy at the bottom of your screen one-on-one, but it looks like they're going to have some safety help right here with his eyes on Jace Williams. They're motioning across. Now he's going to be free.
Let's see what they do here on 2nd and short. Now they'll stick it on the ground, and Holloran will be knocked down at the line of scrimmage.
Shep, they should listen to us, huh? A little short there for the first down.
It's easy to be smart up here in the broadcast.
Absolutely. We can see everything. See everything.
Boy, it's been a fun weekend, though, hasn't it?
Yeah, yes, it has.
Seen some really good players and really good teams.
Really enjoyed this whole weekend, and it's almost come to an end. I'm kind of sad about it, Jeff.
So happy for all these kids and these communities to be able to watch these football games. 3rd and short. Holloran again, right side. This time, he's got it inside the 20. Moved the chains for Grand Rapids Catholic Central. Nick Holloran taking advantage. He picks up 6.
Enough for a Catholic Central first down.
Now, as they continue to get closer into the red zone, watch for the Frankenmuth defense to tighten up even more, right? They've already been pretty tight. They're going to tighten down even more and force GRCC to throw the ball.
1st and 10 of the 18.
Well, that plays into Grand Rapids Catholic Central, and that's what makes them so dangerous. That's why they're undefeated. The balance that they have on offense. Holloran right side, feeling his way. Inside the 15, down to the 12-yard line.
Holloran is the ball carrier.
Now, we viewed Frankenmuth's offense as an offense that chews up a lot of clock. Well, Grand Rapids Catholic Central doing the same with their ground attack.
Yeah, long, methodical drives, matriculating their way down the field, nice and slow, taking their time, and they're in complete control, right? They're in complete control of the game. You don't know why? Because they've been here before.
Starting to wear him down a little bit. Holloran, another carry. Up the gut, and he's punching Frankenmuth in the mouth as he gets another first down at the 6-yard line.
Ball carrier 23, Nick Holloran.
Less than 3.5 to go in this opening half. We say thank you to the man behind the scenes for so many years with the MHSAA at halftime, John Johnson. We'll also look ahead to the Division III final between DeWitt and River Rouge. Devin Gardner will be on that call, and my partner will break down the first half of today's game. That's coming up at the half of the Division V state championship game. Holloran lowers the boom and gets close to the goal line.
Holloran, the ball carrier.
You got to give it to this kid, don't you? Here, I mean, he's gotten you this far on this drive.
Be very unfair if you gave it to anybody else.
That's total yards for Nick Holloran. 15 touches, not all on the ground, just total yards. Really good stat and shows you the balance he provides this offense.
15 touches. I say make it 16 here and get in the end zone.
Stutter step move. Stumbled out of it and shy of the goal line.
Holloran, the ball carrier.
Ashton Becker lost his helmet. He's going to have to come out.
Tackle made by number 8, Ben Reiner.
This is the vision we talked about, right? He sees a guy in the hole and doesn't make a bad play worse, right? Knows when to shut it down, gets a little to the left, and tries to make sure he keeps it at least at no gain.
You calling his number again here on 3rd and goal?
Yeah, I think he would be very upset if he didn't.
Nope, it's Silveri. Touchdown, Joey Silveri.
Grand Rapids Catholic Central. Joey Silveri.
That entire drive was just imposing our will on the other team. Grand Rapids CC handed that ball off a number of times, and then they finish it off with their powerful quarterback right up the gut on a quarterback sneak.
Jack Barlow in for the extra point. And he gets it through.
Is good.
Well, Nick Holleran got him down near the goal line, and his good friend Joey Silveri finished it off. Silveri's got a couple of touchdown passes, and now he adds a touchdown run to his championship resume today. Grand Rapids Catholic Central, very impressive on both sides of the ball. The latest 12-play methodical drive that took a little bit more than 5 minutes to put them up 28-7. And Nick Holleran on that drive was key before his friend Joey Silveri finished it off in the end zone.
12 plays, 9 carries for Holleran. Not a fool and not a scientist.
You know what that is?
That's a lot more than half, I can tell you that.
That is bell-cow. A bell cow for the offense.
Without question.
You can sense it, can't you? I mean, you've been in that situation. When you're on offense, you can sense when a defense is like, oh, my goodness.
We can't stop you.
I'm getting tired, right.
We can't stop you. I mean, that's where Frankenmuth is right now. We cannot stop you.
Punched to Rich on the short hop, feeling his way past the 25 to the 26-yard line. We're welcoming our friend Trevor Thompson again. Trev?
You know, Matt, the saying goes, the grass is always greener on the other side of the fence. Well, here at Ford Field, this is not grass. It's called field turf. And it's the same thing that they installed at the football field in Frankenmuth. And it's been a godsend for the program. It allowed the team to play a game at home in the snow in January and prepare them for today. But it's also this same turf, so they don't have any, I guess, getting accustomed to this here today would be a little easier way to say that, because they play on it at their home field.
Boy, that's beautiful. What a beautiful facility Frankenmuth has.
Very, very nice.
It's got to help, right? I mean, you're used to something. It plays differently. Balls, you know, the footballs bounce differently. You're able to run and plant in a different way. This is what Frankenmuth has done on their way to Ford Field. Not really tested. I mean, even Lansing Catholic Central last week, 35-14. Frankenmuth with a victory. A nice pitch to Barger. On the edge, and a first down run.
Daniel Barger takes the pitch. Steps out of bounds.
Very good decision by the quarterback right there, Devin Reed. You're going to get him coming around. He's going to attack the end, and he's going to make the pitch. The pitch has been there a bit today, but he hasn't gotten a chance to pitch it. There it goes. He pitches it, gets on the edge, and now it's like a 200-meter dash trying to get up the sideline.
Good to have Daniel Barger back in that Frankenmuth backfield, because as a sophomore, he broke his collarbone. Last year, readjusted, and as a 3-year starter, has been steady all of this season.
Cole Lindau is number 26, the ball carrier.
I like to see a little more urgency from Frankenmuth, right? You know, you're going into the half. It's 28-7 right now. You want to try to get some points on the board before the halftime.
You have all 3 of your timeouts as well.
You can really put a dent in this score. You get the ball after a half. Yikes, just missed him there.
Yeah, Ethan Jacobs, the intended receiver.
For Ethan Jacobs.
Looked like he might not have gotten a great grip on the ball, right? Kind of looked like it shot out of there oddly. Not tipped, but just, you know, he doesn't miss those type of throws, right? It's just a hitch, right? A quick hitch and throw it to your guy standing there wide open. He kind of sailed it over his head there.
Now, we should note, I mean, each of these teams, they bring their own football, the one you're most comfortable with as the quarterback. You're going to pick one out of that football bag And
it's your baby.
Yeah, you in the center. That's the one, you just kind of cradle at night, make sure you wake up, and you're walking around the house with it, right?
Yeah, put lotion on it when it's ashy. Give it some blankets when it's cold.
Lindahl on the toss sweep. Good move to get close to midfield. See if Frankenmuth burns a timeout here.
Yes, they will.
Stop the clock with 49 seconds left.
First down.
How do you advance the ball? If you're a running team, how can you advance it quicker in a situation like this? That's what Frankenmuth faces here. Even though they've thrown the ball decently this year, they're primarily a running team. You've got to advance it more than just the 6- and 7-yard chunks.
Yeah, in that huddle, that's what they're talking about right now. How are we going to do that? We need to be successful, right? We need to complete these passes. It's going to create easy ways to make it happen. But also, if we do run these outside toss sweeps and speed options, get out of bounds. Get out of bounds, allow us to save our timeout, so then we can still kind of be who we are as we try to get down the field before time runs out.
Hey, tune in tonight to watch your Pistons take on the Philadelphia 76ers on Fox Sports Detroit. Coverage begins with Pistons Live at 7:30. That's tonight. Pistons and Sixers at 7:30 on Fox Sports Detroit. I will tell you this, watching Jeremy Grant play, it's been really fun in a Pistons uniform. That's what Frankenmuth is talking about right now. How are we going to get the ball downfield, reminding everybody, hey, we got 2 timeouts left. Let's be smart with that, right? But keep an eye on the clock. Only 49 seconds remaining.
First down and 10 for Frankenmuth from the 50.
Rife wants to throw. Pressure comes. They were trying to set up a screen. Big-time pressure from Daniel Krajewski. Boy, Krajewski has been a force. Big body at 6'3", 200, and he brought the hammer at the Frankenmuth backfield.
Yeah, I mean, he comes through with reckless abandon right through the middle of the defense. And the quarterback, Rife, he double clutches one time, too late.
Those are the hardest defensive linemen to handle, aren't they?
Yeah,
they're long and athletic and fast. Yeah, and Krajewski's got it all. Flag on the play.
Substitution infraction. Number 12, offense. 5-yard penalty. Repeat the down.
That hurts.
Yeah, you break the huddle and run a guy off at the same time, right? You can't do that.
21.
Shep, I know you know a lot of ball. What do you do here? Do you concede to go into halftime? Because with Grand Rapids CC having all 3 of their timeouts, you could give them the ball back and allow them to get down the field and score.
Well, on second down, I'm throwing the football here.
Risking stopping the clock.
They're setting up a screen, and it's a good one to Jacobs. On the edge and to the 45-yard line. He stays in bounds. Right, there you go. That's exactly what you were talking about moments ago.
Got to get out of bounds. Now you have to waste the timeout, right? And now you stop the clock for Grand Rapids CC if you're not able to get the first down on this third down. But this is just another well-designed play. It's a screen play, and he dropped back, eyes left. Very good job. Draw the defense in. Great job by the right tackle, number 71, Carter Weiss, making sure that he sets up the defensive end and then lets them through so that you can execute the screen. Gets out in front, but you want to get out of bounds here. But the way they play football, right, they finish their runs, and that's how they play. Yeah. But you need to get out of bounds in these situations. Knowing the situation proves very important in all football games, especially one where you're down.
That was a tight end screen to Ben Reiner, 8, not 9 in the Frankenmuth offense. And you're right. I mean, look, Carter Weiss on the edge, just a sophomore, started the last 3 games, starting to figure it out. They had been rotating that right tackle spot. And then Carter Weiss just kind of seized it. He's got a bright future there for Frankenmuth, just a sophomore on that offensive line, helping him set up a 3rd down and 5 with just 35 seconds remaining in the half.
Yeah, he looked really nimble, right? Getting on that edge. And in the next level, they want to see those tackles. Nice, tall, lean, slender, able to get on the edge and make some plays on those DBs that always seem to move out of the way.
50% on 3rd down conversions for Frankenmuth so far here today.
It's a big play. It's a big play.
Rife on an out pattern and incomplete.
This is what I feared, Shep. Remember when I talked about being able to just take a knee, go into halftime. Now you stop the clock with 30 seconds left on a 4th down, and this explosive GRCC offense, just because they've run the ball all day, does not mean that they cannot get vertical in a hurry.
Well, they also have 3 timeouts.
Yeah.
So you would punt it here, though, wouldn't you?
I would definitely punt the ball. I would not throw a pass if I do go for it. You cannot stop the clock willingly if you're not going to get a 1st down. You got to have your best play to get 5 yards here, because you could give GRCC a chance to get the ball back.
Reif is going to go for it. Pump fake, pressure comes, he unloads, and it's dropped. Tough catch there for Riley Roy, because the defender was jumping in front of him. But Ben Passano, with some big-time pressure on Devin Reif, forced him to get rid of it earlier than he wanted to.
Grand Rapids Catholic Central will take over on downs. 1st and 10.
Drop back pass, right? It actually sneaks into the hands of his receiver, right? He gets hit, and the ball somehow goes through the hands of the Grand Rapids Catholic Central defender and into his receiver's hands. But it was already kind of distorted, and the receiver couldn't make a catch. But this one I was afraid of for Frankenmuth. They have the firepower with 55 yards to go and 25 seconds, 3 timeouts to get the ball in the end zone.
Keep an eye on 5 and 24 in blue.
5 here. Number 3 receiver in the middle of the field.
They are playmakers. Silveri on a slant route. Passano's got it. That's a 1st down throw to the 44-yard line.
John Passano.
Picked up 11. Stops the clock with 19 seconds left in the half.
Don't even have to use one of their timeouts.
Silveri will throw again. Nice pocket. Rolls. Throws it. Incomplete.
Smart play.
Sometimes the best throw by a quarterback are the ones that sail out of bounds.
If I'm the Frankenmuth defensive coordinator, back up. There's 10 seconds left. Back up. Do not let anybody get behind you. If you can do that, you can get into halftime with the score staying 28-7.
Dave Campo, the defensive coordinator for Frankenmuth. 2nd down and 10.
They only have 1 high safety, Ship. That's not good. That's not good ball there.
See if they stretch the field a little bit here. Silveri has a big arm. Rolls the pocket. Looking downfield, flag on the play. He's running away from defenders. All the way across the grain. Stiff arms his way and gets out of bounds as time expires.
It's a flag on the play. It's going to be a holding, Shep. Frankenmuth will decline and get into halftime.
Right.
Holding, offense number 33. That penalty is declined. End of the 1st half.
Grand Rapids Catholic Central with a solid offensive display in the 1st half and dynamite defense, too. They forced Frankenmuth to punt on 3 of their first 4 possessions, while their offense was just clicking along. Joey Silveri with touchdown passes to Johnson and to Williams, or I should say to Williams and to Ziegler, 2 to Ziegler, and ran for a touchdown from 2 yards out as well. So they have done it on the ground with that man, Nick Holleran, and they have done it through the air. There's a lot to be proud of. Todd Colster has to be pleased with the way his team has performed in the 1st half. Nick Holleran has really led the charge on the ground, Devin.
Yeah, it's been business as usual for Grand Rapids Catholic Central. He starts off with the ball in the air, right? Making a great catch on the first play of the game. And then that vision we talked about, that vision and grit. He's getting into the line of scrimmage, seeing that nothing's there, making a way. Boom! Excuse me. He's doing a very good job of finding his way through the Frankenmuth defense.
122 total yards of offense for Nick Holleran. His head coach, Todd Colster, is with our Trevor Thompson. Trev?
Coach, you're up 21, and your offense was obviously able to move the ball in the 1st half. How come?
Well, I think our guys just came out aggressive. You know, I think that's the biggest thing is they were aggressive. They got after it up front. Our receivers ran hard. Our backs ran hard. So it was just a good half.
Another strong half defensively by your crew as well. What went right for your team on the defensive side of the ball?
Well, I think we did a nice job with staying with our assignments, being disciplined. We did a good job tackling. We got to clean some things up defensively, clean a couple things up from the pass protection, and I think we should be in good shape.
Thanks for this, Coach. Good luck in the 2nd half.
Thank you.
Matt?
No coach has ever 100% happy, but Todd Colster's pretty close to it. He and his staff will huddle around, figure out what to do better in the second half, but that first half was pretty darn good. John Johnson was as good as it gets at his position with the MHSAA. We salute the man in charge for decades when we come back.
Well, here at Ford Field over the last couple of days, the MHSAA has been busy handing out state championships. And in Division 8, Centerville took the honors. Muskegon Mona Shores took the Division 2 title. Montague won in Division 6. And then Detroit Country Day, after going winless in 5 attempts, got it done last night over Cadillac. And here today, we've handed out 2 more state championships. In Division 7, New Lothrop was the winner. And in Division 1, West Bloomfield ran away with it. Who will take Division 5? We're about to find out with a half to go here at Ford Field. Come back. That's next. The MHSAA Football State Championships on Fox Sports Detroit are brought to you by Goodman Acker, Detroit's trusted law firm. By Chocolate Milk, the official beverage of the MHSAA. By Addicts. Visit addictsportswear.com to start your custom order today. And by the Michigan Department of Health and Human Services. Mask up, Michigan. Spread hope, not COVID. Grand Rapids CC up by 21 at the half. Can Frankenmuth claw back in? We're about to find out. Second half action on the way. Next.
The score really doesn't indicate how dominating a performance it's been for Grand Rapids Catholic Central, but the numbers bear it out. Over 200 yards, well, almost 200 yards more of total offense for the Cougars. They're averaging 7 yards per play. They've only missed out on 1 third down conversion. They lead at 28-7. Third quarter kickoff is coming up next.
Joined by number 2.
Frankenmuth in their first ever state championship game needs some points, and they need it quickly. They got to score as soon as they get to football, and they are going to get the chance to do just that to start the third quarter. Daniel Barger and Tyler Rich are back deep to receive the kick from Jack Barlow. A side winding boot that sends Rich into the end zone. It'll be 1st and 10 from their own 20 for Frankenmuth. Devin, adjustments at halftime. You're the coach of Frankenmuth. You're Phil Martin. What are you telling your offense? What do you need from your offense?
Hey, when we get a chance to put the ball in the air, we have to execute. Right, we have to loosen up this Grand Rapids Catholic Central defense so that we can get back to what we want to do, right? This game is not out of reach, but you're going to have to loosen up that defense first, and it's going to start through the air.
Cole Lindow.
Yes, sir!
Going the wrong way. Good pursuit on the part of Daniel Michaelay.
Is the ball carrier.
Just said it, Shep. Lateral plays are not going to work against this defense. They are fast. I mean, Michaelay closes so quickly, right? The play never even gets a chance to develop. And those offensive linemen aren't going to be able to get on the outside like that and protect you.
Didn't have just one guy there. Michaelay was aided by Nolan Ziegler. So if Michaelay doesn't make that play, and more oftentimes than not, he's going to, Ziegler is there to help him out. And it goes from bad to worse for Frankenmuth.
Number 50, 5-yard penalty. Repeat, first down.
Among a lot of different things, that is something you cannot have. Right. You cannot have unforced errors and penalties that you can control, like false starts and offsides penalties and things like that. You're already up against it to start, but you're putting yourself in an even worse position by taking that penalty.
I love how you always talk about getting behind the chains early. You can't do that if you're an offense. You're swimming upstream.
Yeah, swimming against the current, if you will.
Rife will throw and connects. He's got Riley Roy up to the 15-yard line.
Now, Shep, let's just imagine. Let's use our imaginations. Shep, if that's the first play of the drive, right, coming out of halftime, now you've set yourself up for a 2nd and 5. But you've already had a loss of yardage play, and then you had a penalty. So now that just you're still 15 yards behind the first down, and it makes it very difficult to be successful the way they play football. Coming to this day, Ethan Jacobs was their leading receiver, and he hasn't really done much today yet. See if they give him the ball.
Right from the pocket. Down the sideline, and at the pinnacle of the point, could not bring it in. It was intended for Cole Jankowski. Well, I thought he went up and got it at the high point, just couldn't haul it in. Owen Lavoie made a nice defensive play on him.
Yeah, he goes up and he has the ball, and then he gets it out. That's a great job by the defender, making sure he gets that ball out. But why do we wait till third down if we're Frankenmuth, right? We need to give plays like this when they're not prepared for it on first down, maybe even second down. Everyone knows on 3rd and 15 you're going to have to throw the ball down the field, right? And Grand Rapids Catholic Central reacted accordingly. They had 2 guys in the area to stop that play. As you can see, Davin Rife can throw the ball. He can throw the ball, but you have to give him some opportunities so that you can be successful.
Passano fumbled it, but was able to jump on it immediately at his own 48-yard line.
By number 2, John Passano. Number 9, Ethan Jacobs was the punter for the Eagles. First down and 10 for Catholic Central.
Just kind of lost it there, but quickly gets on it.
It's a tough catch.
Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't give him interference, right? He's running and he has to avoid a guy and lose track of the ball for a second.
Still, his offense takes over close to midfield. A slip screen. Michael Lay run over, juggled it for a moment.
Woo. Incomplete pass.
That's just an incomplete toss.
The Frankenmuth defense sniffed that out right away. I mean, as he's picture this, Shep, as you're running back to the quarterback to catch the ball, you see the ball, but also in your view is the entire Frankenmuth defensive line. I mean, that was a very good job by the Frankenmuth defense. And Grand Rapids Catholic Central, they ran the ball very well in the first half. They didn't take a bunch of shots, but they did throw the ball well. Frankenmuth has come out in that one-on-one, man-to-man defense once again.
They will do it here with Nick Holleran. Breaks free. Still on his feet. On the edge. Keeps his legs churning. He is down to the 1-yard line.
23 is Nick Holleran, ball carrier.
What a run.
Catholic Central, first down. 21, Tyler Rich.
Joey Silveri sticks this ball in there, and he rides it for a long time, lets it go, and Holleran just does the work. I mean, he still follows the guy. He gets outside the defense very, very quickly. He okay. I'll probably get on the next play, or quarterback sneak like they love to do.
He picked up 50, and the push from Silveri, the second effort, he's in. His second rushing touchdown of this championship Saturday.
Number 6, Joey Silveri. Quarterback sneak for the touchdown, 1 yard.
So he starts one way, can't get it there. Okay, spin back. I'm surprised the referees didn't blow the whistle, but when you get a little bit of movement, right, just a little bit of movement, they usually try to hold their whistle and give you a chance. They gave Silveri a chance that time, and he took full advantage.
He was hiding for a while, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Barlow on for the extra point. And another impressive offensive display led by Nick Holleran. Holleran has been that bell cow. He has been the guy you want to stick it in his belly and watch him do his thing. He was not to be denied. Down to the 1-yard line. And then Joey Silveri reaps the benefits soon thereafter. 35-7. Grand Rapids Catholic Central on top.
Well, Jack Barlow kicked that last point after for Grand Rapids, but in the regional finals, Matt, Magdalene Richthammer, she's their 3rd string kicker. The score was such that she had an opportunity to come out and show her stuff. And she became the first female in Grand Rapids CC history to put points on the board in a high school football game. She had 2 extra points that day. We'll see if she gets an opportunity to kick one here in the state championship today, but it's a source of pride for the entire team that Megs got to do her thing on that afternoon.
Neat story. Much like Sarah Fuller, who did it for Vanderbilt during the college football season, Trev. Good stuff. Thank you.
Love to see it. You love to see it. The game we love, right? You and I share that love. I love to share that love with, you know, young women and older women and whoever wants to know about football. It's always good to see a young lady who loves the sport get a chance to put her skills on display.
Anytime you can expand your horizon, expand the group of people who are going to follow your sport, that's a good thing for your sport.
Absolutely.
Daniel Barger and Tyler Rich are back deep to receive the kick. This is returnable for Barger, but not much room.
Daniel Barger with the kickoff return. Brought down by number 22, Jack Lafetta.
See if Davin Rife and the Frankenmuth offense can get a few first downs, get some breathing room, and start doing what they do best. That's run the football between the tackles.
But first, they need to get the ball in the air. Have to get the ball in the air when Grand Rapids Catholic Central doesn't expect it, and that'll be here on first down.
Rife still has it. Got some room. And then taken down at the 36-yard line. Good pursuit by Jack Cook from his outside linebacker spot.
It's a great job. He fakes it to the dive. The dive gets tackled. Boom! And he comes right around and sticks his foot in the ground and gets vertical quickly. He avoids the defender, but that Grand Rapids Catholic Central defense is coming. He shuts it down with a nice gain on first down. It's a rare snap of undisciplined football there for Grand Rapids CC's defense.
Rife will do it again. Good result. Boy, did a nice job of getting to that third level and into Grand Rapids Catholic Central territory.
The Grand Rapids CC defensive coordinator, who's responsible for the quarterback, because once again, he gives it to the dive and it's tackled, and he comes on the edge, and there is nobody for the quarterback. You have to account for the quarterback, and in this defense, it's going to have to be the safety. The safety's going to have to come out of the middle field and make sure he stops the quarterback from getting such big gains.
Cole Lindell.
Shep, that might have been a little bit of the out of gas. He could have pulled that one as well, right? They tackled the dive right away, pulled that one out, and he can run. But 2 long runs in a row, quite a task.
I thought they might be setting something up there, Dev. They run the same play a couple of times with the quarterback. I don't know if you want to call it power, but the quarterback read. And then I thought what they may do is they may stick it in your belly and then back up a little bit and throw off that same formation.
Maybe it still can come.
Yeah. Oftentimes is a game of chess in football. You're setting things up much like a pitcher and a batter in baseball. Or Rife again.
Or just do it to the other side, right?
Yeah,
Do the exact same plays, work to the other side. But now you're at a third and relatively long.
Stop made by Cook.
Yet again, he's going to fake the dive and then pull right around after the dive gets tackled. Dive is tackled. He's all around. And he had a lead blocker from the motion. Instead of a pitch option, right, he turns around and becomes the lead blocker. Does not look like a passing ship.
Toss sweep to Lindell. Good run, close to a first down.
They found a groove here. Found a groove. Couple big plays by the quarterback in the run game, and now they're able to run their offense. It's just a quick outside pitch. Might have missed a hold there, but very good play to pick up the first down. They haven't been able to get the third down conversion the way they probably would have wanted to. That's a good job of doing it here early in this half.
Good kick out block by Alec Martin, the left tackle. It's 1st and 10 after they give him the first down. Another carry for Rife. Nolan Ziegler in on the tackle.
Savvy football player Nolan Ziegler, right? He's seen this play over and over, right? You have to think at some point the Notre Dame commit is going to say, all right, that's enough. I'll take the quarterback. You guys do the rest of the job.
Ziegler, Trevor Thompson had mentioned a great story earlier about how his grandfather went to Notre Dame, and Ziegler's going to follow in his footsteps. But one of the best players to come out of that school, Jalen Mayfield, U of M offensive lineman, one of those guys too. On a broken play, Rife running for his life, and he's wrapped up quickly by Daniel Krajewski. Krajewski has had a whale of a football game. He's made a phenomenal catch as a tight end, and as a defensive end, he has wreaked havoc most of the day.
Quarterback just bobbled the snap a little bit there. Devin Rife has to get a hold of the snap, right? You find yourself in a groove. You can't get behind the sticks, but that's what they do here. And now you got 3rd and a long 11. Going to take the quarterback.
Got to throw it here. He will. Sets up a screen, and it's too high for Ben Reinert. They were trying to set up that tight end screen that was pretty successful late in the second quarter in the opening.
Yeah, they've saw it one too many times, right? They're going to like, okay, we know what you're going to do on 3rd and long, and they're going to try and stop it here. You get your hands up, and now you got to throw that ball high. It's tough to complete. Got to go for it here.
Well, look, I mean, you're down 4 scores,
yeah,
buddy. You're down 4 scores. This is a fast-moving quarter. You only got 5 and change left to go in the 3rd. You have yet to be able to stop that opposing offense. You got to take a risk. The risk is you turn it over. The reward, you move the chains and you keep your drive alive. You're down 35-7. You got to try something. Never easy to get to Ford Field, that's for certain, but both these teams have been very impressive en route to the Division V state championship game. Grand Rapids Catholic Central and Frankenmuth, as Grand Rapids Catholic Central looks for a 2nd consecutive title, and Frankenmuth seeks their 1st ever.
Grand Rapids Catholic Central is in full control of this game. They're going to try to make a stop here. Frankenmuth may have to go into their bag of tricks. Try to get a 1st down here.
Rife is 4 for 11. Good pocket. Across the middle. Has a man. Big throw. Big time 1st down, and what a gutsy call to Ben Reinert.
Shep, we talked in the break that we like Devin Rife as a passer, right? We think that he's a capable passer if you give him a chance. He drops back and he sticks in the pocket, climbs in the pocket, and drives a beautiful throw. That's one of the better throws we've seen all weekend.
Yeah.
Give him a chance to make a play for your team because it's 35-7. You can't hold anything back now.
Lindell. Positive yardage to the 6.
Again, here's that play on 4th and 11 to pick up a 1st down. I mean, it's a drop back pass. This is a drop back pass. The quarterback's just dropping back, and he drives the ball on the numbers of his receiver, never breaks stride. If he's capable of doing that on a pressure situation like 4th and 11, he can do it on a 1st down, I'm sure, right?
Did you see what he did there?
He flipped the ball to make sure he got the right side that he wants to throw with. I don't necessarily agree with that.
I don't think you've ever done that.
But that means he's comfortable, right? He's trying to find his comfort zone, and if you allow him to do that, he can make plays for you.
Yeah, he looks good. He's got Lindau in motion. Rife will keep it himself. Tough kid down to the 2. He balanced up and got into the end zone. What a touchdown carry that was.
Wow.
Shep, I don't know about you, but I thought for sure that 1st contact, he was down. He finds a way to stay on his feet. Let's see how that happened. Right, he gets there, hit him low. Oh, no! That's amazing, Shep. That's amazing. That's a young man that has come to the state championship, and he's not going to quit. He has to get his coaches on his side to continue to trust in him to make plays in the air so that they can loosen up and continue to be able to run.
Ryan Brenner on for the extra point. And Grand Rapids Catholic Central jumped.
Flag prior to the play.
Defense, number 55 or 59, encroachment. Half the distance to the goal.
Try the point after.
I think Frankenmuth will just decline it.
Yeah, Frankenmuth has chosen to decline the penalty.
Brenner 43 of 47 on extra points this season. And he punches it through. Well, Devin Rife on that drive did it with his arm on a clutch 4th down play. Watch him flip the football here.
Yeah, take a look at this. Uh-oh, I don't like that side. I'll use this side. And phew, a dart. That's what quarterbacks call a dart, right? Just thread the needle right to this receiver. And then how about the balance? The balance of Rife to get in the end zone. That's the type of fight you want to see from a Frankenmuth quarterback.
It's like a gymnast able to get across the goal line and make it 35-14. Down to Trevor Thompson. Trev?
You know, Matt, we talked earlier about Frankenmuth and how involved they are in the community up there, especially with the military and the American Legion. But they're also involved with a program they call the Summer Skills Camp. And that's where the players from their program help out developmentally challenged kids. They throw the football around, they do other football-related skills, and really just interact with the kids. And it's obviously beneficial for both sides, but heavily involved in the community, as I say. And kids at that age, that's a lesson that is certainly learned and you can carry through life.
Yeah, I love stories like that, Trev, and thanks for sharing that, because, you know, these kids, these student athletes are more than just about football. They're about their community as well. An onside kick, but it's fielded by Nolan Ziegler easily at the 46-yard line. Just to put a wrap on that, you know, sometimes it hurts. I mean, these coaches are big influences. They make sure these kids are getting out in the community, but it hurts when they don't get that opportunity. What Frankenmuth has done a really nice job of is, despite the pandemic, despite COVID-19, they have still found a way to stay involved in their community and give back to the people who support them on a weekly basis. Bravo to them.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know that football and high school football is not all about playing football, right? It's about the lessons that you learn and being able to be with your brothers and do things in the community as a group to help your community. I mean, it's so many different things you can gain from high school football, and kudos to the MHSAA by getting it started. But here they go.
Double move for Jace Williams. Oh, and it's teardropped right in there. What a beautiful throw from Silveri on a nice route from Jace Williams, and he made Frankenmuth pay.
Yeah, we've been waiting for it all day, Shep. We've seen them. They left them one-on-one all game. They haven't really gone to him and exploited that matchup, but they do it here with the, like you said, double move. Got the hitch and go. Throw it up and give your guy a chance. I mean, that is a beautiful throw. But watch the difference from the earlier deep ball they threw. He left that buffer on the sideline to make sure that when he fades, he can catch the ball in bounds rather than catching it out of bounds.
Good adjustment, a pickup of 42. Silveri goes back to him, and it's knocked free. Good defensive play by Sam McKenzie. And that's what really good players do. Look, you get beat, you have a short memory, and you go back and you make a play on defense.
McKenzie on defensive coverage for Catholic Central.
The one thing that Jace Williams will learn when he gets to college, he had a hitch there, right? But the defense was in press coverage. When you're running the hitch in press coverage, you convert it to a fade. That's why that ball was unable to be completed, because the defense is just right there on a 5-yard route.
Silveri on a quarterback sneak, and he's got 6 more.
Touchdown.
What a day for number 6.
He's having an all right day, Shep. I mean, I guess he could be better. I mean, you know, he's got a number of touchdowns already, and we still have a whole nother quarter of play.
2 throwing. That's his 3rd on the ground. This one from 12 yards out.
Just right up the middle. That's a very good job by Silveri. You can see the little pump fake at the beginning, right? Disarm the defense like you're going to throw it quickly, and then get right up the middle almost untouched.
Come on,
to the end
Dev.
zone.
Look, you've only lost half a step from your playing days at Michigan, but you could have run through that hole. The big fellas up front, those guys were grunting away and making a heck of a deal up front to pave the way for Silveri's 12-yard dash.
Because of my lack of working out and my continuous eating, I can neither confirm nor deny the accusations that you just sent my way. But I'll take it.
Have you had to loosen the belt a couple of times?
Maybe
I got it.
a few notches. I'm just,
with you.
It's not looking good up here.
I'm with you, man. Silveri with a beautiful drop in the bucket to Jace Williams. The big play on this drive.
That's how you want that ball to come in. Like it's dropped from the heavens above. It drops right into the receiver's hands, and the catch. Very good job by those two. They've connected on quite a few passes like that. We saw last year in the state championship. We've seen it all through the year, and then here he is, just getting down into the end zone for his third score on the ground.
42-14. Defending champs have the lead.
Back for the Cougars to kick off.
It's a heck of a combo right there. One a junior, Silveri.
5 plus 6. I guess that equals 6, huh?
And look at Holleran. Now, Holleran doesn't have a touchdown run yet. They got to get him something, don't they?
Got to get him in the end zone.
On the return, Tyler Rich. Squeezed through the hole, a flag on the play. And it's a foot race with the kicker, Jack Barlow, who wins it. But not before Rich gets to the opposing 40.
Usually a hold right there at the 36-yard line.
Barlow on the play defensively for Catholic Central.
See the referee motioning, bring him back, bring him back.
On the return, holding on the return team, number 3. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. First down.
Tough break for Frankenmuth. Instead of at the Grand Rapids Catholic Central 38-yard line, they'll begin this charge at their own 25. Lindau, a hesitation move and a good one. Found a hole, breaks free. He could be gone.
He gone.
Wrapped up inside the 5. Never say die attitude by Daniel Michaelay, but Cole Lindau with Frankenmuth's biggest offensive play of the day.
I guess that holding penalty didn't matter at all. They're going to get a nice toss sweep that we've seen all day. He's going to get outside and stick his foot in the ground and get underneath the defense, right? Rather than going outside, the way that Grand Rapids Catholic Central has flowed, he's seen that. He sticks his foot in the ground. He gets vertical right away and almost puts his team in the end zone. I can guarantee you right now they're going to have a heavy dose of Devin Rife as they got inside the 5-yard line.
70-yard dash for Cole Lindau. Connor Roche is in for him, and Roche muscles his way into the end zone for the third score of the day for Frankenmuth.
That was fairly quick.
Connor Roche on the run, 4 yards.
He's going to get in the end zone in the air, right? They're going to get him off the ground, and he's going to float into the end zone. Very good job. Very good job. You can see Frankenmuth came here to play. They're not going to quit. They have no quit in them, and I think that their coaches see that, and they're excited about it.
They should be. The extra point is good. After getting stunned by Silveri and the Grand Rapids Catholic Central offense, Frankenmuth's offense shows that they've got some big plays in their playbook as well. It helps to have a runner like Cole Lindau, and then it was finished off by Connor Roche, and it's now 42-21.
What the runners of Frankenmuth have seen is when they run this toss sweep, the defense flows so fast, right? It's designed to get outside. If the defense is flowing so fast, you stick your foot in the ground, and now they flow right past you and get underneath the defense. That's what he does here, and it makes it a huge gain for Frankenmuth.
70 of the 74 yards on that drive coming on that one run from Cole Lindell. Already almost twice as many yards in the second half for Frankenmuth as they had in the entire first half of play.
Now, like early in the game when the defense got a turnover, a much-needed turnover, they're going to have to find a way to do that here. They kicked the onside kick and on the previous kick. I don't think they should do that here. Kick the ball deep, because if you kick it short and they just drive down and score, you get nothing. But if you give them a chance to try to drive the entire length of the field, maybe you can get a stop. Something can happen for you. Get the ball back, and they will onside kick it.
Well, they're going to squib it. That didn't work out too badly. Jack Rellinger to the 31. High school football fans, stay with us after this game because the MHSAA football finals continue. Coming up at 7:30 on Fox Sports Detroit Plus, it's the Division III title tilt. River Rouge against DeWitt. Find out who will take home the trophy on your home for high school football finals. Fox Sports Detroit and Fox Sports Detroit Plus.
Shep, I don't know. That may be the matchup that decides where the rank at the end of the season. The rankings say who's the best team in the state. Those two programs have been exemplary this year, especially River Rouge at the end of the year, right? Really hitting their stride and getting to what they were able to do last year.
DeWitt has a Mr. Michigan football finals.
Absolutely, he's extremely talented.
Silveri can't connect with Jace Williams. Silveri, one of those really competitive guys. Look, Todd Colster used to be at Grand Valley. He coached strong quarterbacks like Kurt Ains and Colin Finnerty. He said Finnerty is the most competitive player he's ever been around. Ains perhaps the most complete quarterback he's ever been around. Joey Silveri, he says, is a combination of both. He said he's the best high school quarterback I have ever coached.
Saying a lot.
Sure is.
And there he goes again.
Past the 40, rides his way to another first down.
Joey Silveri on the keep. A first down for Catholic Central.
Remember a year ago, this Grand Rapids Catholic Central team, you just brought up River Rouge. They went to River Rouge. They took on River Rouge, and Silveri threw for $190, ran for $180. I mean, that's saying something.
That's very good.
Yeah.
Especially high school quarterbacks, so balanced and so talented.
Against a higher division, very talented River Rouge team. 1st and 10 for him. He'll throw. Soft touch and incomplete. And a flag on the play. Williams and Sam McKenzie have had quite a duel here today.
Incomplete pass. 5, Williams, the intended receiver.
Pass interference, defense, number 10, 15 yards from the previous spot. That penalty results in a first down.
It's creative because Jace Williams jumps back, tries to get the ball. I don't know.
Wow,
I don't know, Shep. That's a little ticky-tacky if you ask me, but it's called on the field. So, I mean, he's doing all he can, Sam McKenzie, to make a play, and I think that's actually a pretty good defense. I don't know.
That's a tough one to take against a really tough cover.
Yeah.
Nick Holleran on the carry. Always moving forward.
Yes, hasn't moved back much today.
Connor
Even when they've had him, right? There's been some times that Frankenmuth has gotten in the backfield, but he finds a way to slither, and fittingly so, on this Detroit Lions surface, right? Like a Detroit Lion that we used to see in Barry Sanders, right? How many times you see the defensive line in the backfield and he makes a play out of nothing?
So there's an acronym for wide receivers, YAC, yards after the catch. Same for running backs,
Yards after contact.
And Holleran's as good as we've seen.
Yep, and the yards after contact for at home, if you're not familiar with it, after your touch, right? Every yard you get after that, that's the yards after contact.
2nd and 6, Holleran again.
He's touched. Only 1 yard after contact that time.
Tell you who was good about that earlier today in Division I, Donovan Edwards. Boy, what a special player he is.
Got a chance to watch that entire game.
Going to your alma mater, Michigan. And they're getting a good.
Talk about a home run hitter. How many? What? 2 or 3 touchdowns over 70 yards? I mean,
yeah.
Wow.
He had 3 touchdowns on the day. 1 of 78. 1 of 71.
We called his game last week, and we were very impressed. But he came and just put on a show here in Ford Field.
Love the way he plays the game. Halloran squeezed through a hole, broke a tackle, and you can't help but admire the way he plays the game he loves. Another first down run for 23 in blue.
This young man is not bad either. Halloran is making his case, right, in these state finals as one of the top backs. I mean, he is getting the ball and getting down the field very quickly and very swiftly. Still not running out of bounds, turning down any contact, right? He's very interested in making contact, and he does on a regular basis.
Got 157 yards on the day. Stays in the game. Silveri inside the 20.
Silveri on the run.
Shep, you were talking about, you almost have to get Halloran in the end zone at some point here, right?
I mean, I would, but that's just me. I mean, I think a guy who gets a guy who gets down there and helps you get on that doorstep not once but twice today.
Many times.
Yeah.
Seems only right? Reward this young man for all the hard work he's put in. Look, he's bouncing around. He's ready to do it.
Yeah,
Come
let's
on.
go.
Give me the ball.
He's going to have to wait till the 4th quarter. That's one of the things that always bothered me when the Bears won the Super Bowl in '85.
Right?
Walter Payton, one of the greatest of all time, never got it, but they gave it to...
It's nice for the fridge to get it, but
no,
I mean,
not.
But you got to give the ball to Walter Payton.
Dude, it didn't make sense. Well, I mean, what was next? Steve McMichael with a touchdown? Grand Rapids Catholic Central has been dynamic all day long. They're a quarter away from repeating. They lead at 42-21 on Fox Sports Detroit. Impressive day for Grand Rapids Catholic Central. They have spread the wealth. They've got a lot of talent, including number 23 at the running back spot, Nick Halloran. Look at what he has done today in 20 touches, 187 total yards. Jace Williams is a big play wide receiver, and Joey Silveri has been as balanced as we expected him to be. Over 260 yards of total offense for the Grand Rapids Catholic Central quarterback. 2nd and short, and he gives to Halloran. Should be enough for the first down. It's interesting because Todd Colster said last year's team, the 2019 squad, was the best football team he's ever had since he's been there. No star power, just the best team, even though they lost a chunk of starters. And it was a little challenging this year with some younger players. But overall, this team has gotten better every single week, except for last week, Devin. He said despite blowing out Freeland 49-14, not to be cocky, but they didn't play to their standards. This is pretty darn good here, too, don't you think?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's decent. I mean, I don't know what he's going to say after the game.
I'd take 42 points in a championship game. Jump ball and backpedaling his way into the grab there for Grand Rapids Catholic Central was Isaiah Hicks.
Things just happen for you, right? He's falling down backwards, and the ball just lands right in his lap.
Ashton Benkert is the injured Frankenmuth Eagle. Silveri hung in there against the pressure and just kind of threw that jump ball, and Hicks was backpedaling his way and had good concentration.
Yeah, had a good amount of pressure, right? Still gets the ball out. It comes out a little funky, but his guy's wide open, Hicks, and he falls down and catches the ball. Very good job. Takes a big shot, right? Play action, right? Oof. Does it? That's the best though, right? Where you wait for the crowd to tell you if it's a completion or not, right? Where you're facing the other way, facing the turf, and you hear the crowd, yeah, right? That means you had a completion. Very good.
Benkert was the one who put the pressure on, and he's helped off to the Frankenmuth sideline. He's been a terror inside for Frankenmuth's defense here today.
You know, Steve Young, the Hall of Fame quarterback, has gone on record. So that's his favorite part about football and playing quarterback. The getting hit, not being able to see the throw, and then waiting to listen for the crowd to see what the pass did.
Halloran to the 6.
Halloran on the carry.
In the Division I state championship, we talked about Donovan Edwards getting better as the game goes on. Great running backs have that capability. Holloran's very similar. Silveri pushing forward for a first down carry and close to the goal line.
All right, they're close to the goal line. They love doing a quarterback sneak here. I vote, and I know Shep votes. Give the ball to Holloran. Nick Holloran up the middle, to the right, to the left, wherever you want him to go. Get this young man in the end zone.
Say it louder. Let's see if they can hear us.
Say it louder for the people in the back.
They spread Williams out to the left. Hicks is the up back.
And it will be Holloran.
And it's a give to Holloran on the right side. Leans for the end zone. Touchdown, Nick Holloran. That was well deserved.
Been waiting on that opportunity. Once again, though, yards after contact, right? He gets hit in the backfield. Then he fights through. He's like, you know what? If I don't get it in, I know you're going to the quarterback sneak. So let me find a way to get in this end zone right here. As you can see, he gets the ball. There's guys there. Yards after contact. We talked about it. Get in the end zone. They'll probably review it, but it's clear that that ball crossed the plane, and good for that young man. It's been the bell cow all day.
Jack Barlow's been a busy place kicker today, hasn't he?
He's kicked a decent amount. His leg's tired because he just hit that one wide right.
That's 48 points for Grand Rapids Catholic Central. They average 42. Holloran's had himself a day. 164 yards, and he just celebrated his first touchdown in this championship game. The MHSAA Football State Championships on Fox Sports Detroit are brought to you by the Henry Ford Health System, all for you, and by Farm Bureau Insurance, the presenting sponsor of the MHSAA Scholar Athlete Award. Beautiful Ford Field, downtown Detroit, home of the Detroit Lions and home for years of the high school football state championships. And here on Fox Sports Detroit, along with Devin Gardner, Trevor Thompson, and our entire Fox Sports Detroit family, I'm Matt Shepard. Welcome. Heck of a game for that young man, Nick Holloran.
Not a bad game at all. You can see the excitement that he had, right? He was just as excited as us to get in that end zone. He deserves it. He's worked really hard all day. You can see he's still got a lot of energy left with a lot of game left to play.
22 carries, 164 yards, averaging 7.5 yards per carry. And now Frankenmuth has to try and answer back. Phil Martin with his quarterback, Devin Rife.
Jack Barlow will kick off for Catholic Central.
Come on, Jack. Let's go, Jack. Come on, go get the ball. Get that first down. Go, Danny. Yes, sir.
Daniel Barger watches it sail into the end zone. And Frankenmuth will take over at the 20-yard line. But they're running out of time. Just 10-11 remaining in this championship bout. And we'd like to take a moment to welcome in our audience watching today on Fox Sports Detroit, Fox Sports Go, and on the CW in Grand Rapids and Kalamazoo, and on CW 46 in Flint. All with us live for this Division V state championship game. 7 of the 8 title games on our air. 1 more to come, and that's tonight. That's River Rouge and DeWitt. Rife had to quickly recover there on the 13-yard line. My partner Devin Gardner will be with Evan Stockton on the call for that Division III championship game. So stick around on Fox Sports Detroit Plus for that one. River Rouge and DeWitt, and figures to be another good one. Rife will throw. Pocket collapses, he unloads, and it's incomplete. Intended for Ben Reiner.
Roughing the passer.
Pass intended for Ben Reiner is incomplete.
Got him pretty high up around the head and neck area.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, 13 defense, 15-yard penalty. That penalty carries an automatic first down.
Good call, Devin.
And you can see him climb into the fight, right? Get into the fight. And then,
that's the right call.
Maybe a little targeting as well, right?
That's the right call.
Right in the helmet, with your helmet, right in the neck area.
Yeah, these referees, we've talked about it in our broadcast throughout the weekend. Not only are these the best teams, this is the best team of officials, too. That is the good call. They are right on it.
Yeah, coach is saying, hey, he had the football. Well, he had the football when 2 of the guys were tackling him, but he didn't have it when 13 came in.
You don't want to lead with the crown of your helmet anyway.
Absolutely.
Rife lowering the shoulder. Tough kid gets to the 45-yard line. That's a first down carry. And these Grand Rapids, or I should say Grand Rapids Catholic Central, continues to try and tackle the football.
With the yellow, they kind of look like East Grand Rapids, though, Shep. That's a great job by Devin Rife getting in there after taking the targeting, late hit, roughing the passer. He gets on the ground and gets vertical fast. Here he goes again.
Rife again, and into Grand Rapids Catholic Central territory. Yeah, I didn't mean to touch a sore spot for you there. I know as a junior, you played Grand Rapids in the state championship.
They don't need to know that at home. What is wrong with you? But they do. They look like East Grand Rapids, but they don't usually wear this uniform. These are their throwback uniforms. 110 years of Grand Rapids Catholic Central football, and they knew Devin Gardner was calling their game, and he had lost to East Grand Rapids, so they said, hey, let's wear the ones that look exactly like East Grand Rapids and give him nightmares.
They just didn't expect you to go third person on an inside give there. You know, you played against Luke Glendenning.
Hey, why are we going into this?
He's an assistant captain with the Detroit Red Wings.
My goodness.
And I saw him not too long ago for an event that the Red Wings and Tigers put on, and he still remembers that state championship game.
I just want to know, is there anybody that can shut Shep's mic off? Because he just wants to harp on this East Grand Rapids game.
Didn't mean to. I'm sorry.
Done it on purpose. My heart, my feelings. Devin Rife on the toss.
Lindell. Oh, he's taken down at the 49 by Daniel Krajewski.
None other.
This kid has been everywhere.
Yep, all over the field.
Brought down by 33. Daniel.
Good-looking football player there in 33 blue.
I always love to see the football players, the linebackers, and the guys chasing after the quarterback with the long hair hanging out of the helmet. It's always super cool. And nobody even blocks him, right? He comes untouched to chase the ball carrier, and you can't leave a guy like that unblocked.
You're ready to go old school? That's Ted Hendricks-esque from the Oakland Raiders.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh, man, come on.
No idea what you're talking about.
The Stork? Get real.
I turned 29 in December, Shep.
Rife tried to cut it back.
What year was this?
Yeah, this was in the 70s.
What was I doing, Shep?
Yeah, well... All right, we'll go. How about this? We'll go Max Crosby with the Las Vegas Raiders, okay?
Max Crosby.
Does that help you? Under 7 minutes to go, and a third down and 12 for Devin Rife.
Such a stoic look by coach there. Game planning, trying to find a way to get his team in the end zone.
Rife will throw. Pressure comes and he unloads, and it's incomplete through the hands of Daniel Barger.
I know that ball's dropped, but that's a nice throw by Devin Rife. I mean, he has thrown some very good balls in this game, and I have to wonder why not go to that earlier in the game when you see it kind of getting away from you. You've kind of waited a little too late.
I get the sense you're a little surprised at, first of all, how well he's thrown the ball, and second of all, why they haven't dipped into that part of their playbook more.
Exactly. Both of those things, Shep. Why haven't they dipped into their play? They have it in their playbook. He clearly is very capable. It's good weather, right? Perfect weather. I just don't see why they've waited this long to try to do it.
Rife on a 4th and long, but illegal motion against Frankenmuth here.
False start. Offense. Number 40. 5-yard penalty. Repeat 4th down.
The 5-yard penalty moves the ball to the Eagle 49-yard line. 4th down and 17.
They converted a huge 4th and long earlier in the quarter, or in the third. They need to do it here It's 4th and 17 for Frankenmuth.
Let's see if they don't go back to that post across the field. We're trying to get a guy across the field here. There it goes.
Throws it up for grabs, and it's knocked down. Really good play by Daniel Michaele. Instead of trying to intercept the ball, he just knocked it down and did his offense a favor.
Very smart, very savvy.
Grand Rapids Catholic Central's defense holds. They give it back to their offense, leading 48-21. Rich tradition in Grand Rapids Catholic Central. Joey Silveri is now part of it, trying to create a legacy, and proud that he is part of their football family.
It's amazing. It's a great honor to stand above or on the platform from all these great teams before us and great people, and trying to carry that tradition on and that legacy on.
He's done just that. A man of few words, though. Todd Colster told us this week, I love everything about this kid's makeup. If I had to pick one negative thing, it's that he doesn't talk enough. He lets his play do the talking, though. The 48 points today, the most Grand Rapids Catholic Central has ever scored in a state championship game.
Yeah, you can see when he makes big plays, there's no fist pumps there. I mean, there's really much of nothing. He just goes about his business.
He's going to play somewhere at the collegiate level. Somebody's going to see his grit, his smarts, his ability, and give him an opportunity. And they'll be lucky to have him. 1st and 10. Nick Halloran drags tacklers to the 40.
Continuing on his big day.
Oh, boy. He's been fun to watch.
Nick Halloran is the ball carrier.
We give those big fellows up front, though. Barack Henderson, Ryan Beggs, Dominic Shaborn, Brady Redmer, and Jack Krajewski. Because those big fellows up front have done a heck of a job protecting their quarterback and paving the way for the ground attack.
Shep loves to give love to the offensive line, and they deserve it.
Yep. 2nd and short. Halloran with a 1st down carry and spun around at the 34-yard line of Frankenmuth. Connor Roach on the tackle.
1st down for Catholic Central. Connor Roach.
Less than 6 minutes remain.
1st down and 10 at the Frankenmuth 34.
A 1st down run for Halloran. Patiently waits and then tripped up after gain of a couple by Connor Roach.
Nick Halloran is the ball carrier. Stop made by Roach. 2nd down and 8.
Do you want to salt the game away? What better back to have than Halloran?
Well, the old saying in football, when you run the ball, when you can run the ball, when the opposing team's defense knows you're running the ball, that's when you know you're really effective, right? And, and this is kind of what we're seeing here.
We've seen Frankenmuth with 9 and 10 guys in the box all day, and Halloran's been able to have his way with that defense.
Halloran again, cuts it back, and then slips his way down to the 21-yard line. Just wearing them down, a gain of 11.
Runs for a Cougar 1st down.
And he's done this all day. I mean, he gets the ball, there's contact, right? Here's the yards after the contact. It's just so slippery. So, he's not the biggest guy, right? And that's why I kind of compared him, obviously. Barry Sanders, one of the greatest running backs. I think the greatest running back to ever carry a football.
Yeah, me too.
He is just as slippery, right? He gets touched in the backfield, and then he just makes a play, and he gets that much well-deserved standing ovation from the crowd here at Ford Field. after an amazing state championship performance.
Yeah, but he retires to the sidelines with 192. I'll guarantee you,
one more
he wishes he could have had 8 more yards to get to that magical 200 number.
Yeah, that would have been nice.
And you got some backup linemen coming in. This is where, when you're comfortably ahead, you get some experience for some guys as you try to build for next year. Coaches are always thinking about the following season, too.
Yeah, I mean, it's special for these young men to get a chance on this stage, because when you get to this stage next year, if you're able to do it, you want to make sure that guys have had the experience, and now the offensive line gets their standing ovation from their fans that are in attendance. Not many, right? But everybody stands up, gives them a clap. Obviously well-deserved for those young men as well.
And Holloran doing just that to those offensive linemen like Barack Henderson right there, number 69, this senior left tackle, and appreciating all the things that they've done. There's a hug there in the middle for Jack Krajewski, the right tackle. See, showing the love to Ryan Beggs, the left guard, saying thank you.
Smart man right
for
there.
giving me the opportunity.
Smart man right there.
Absolutely. And when you play in college, don't forget those big fellas. Yep. I'm not saying you got to buy them a Rolex, but buying them a lunch once in a while may break your wallet, but it may pay dividends down the road.
Yeah, Rolex would be nice too.
48-21, Holloran's Day, part of our Menards big money moment. And he and Silveri have been dynamite. A dynamite combination for Grand Rapids Catholic Central. Yeah, tough to stop, huh?
As great as Holler has been, Silveri has been even more dominant with running touchdowns, passing touchdowns. He's been exemplary, and he came in this game very, very highly talked about by his coach, and we thought highly of him, and he's proved everybody right.
He throws a nice ball. What do you like most about his motion?
I like his grit and his ability to play, but as far as his throwing motion, it's quick. It gets out. It knows where it's going, and that's been, he's had some pressure on him, but it still allowed him to get the ball out comfortably, and I think it's because of that quick release.
Silveri is out, and they keep it on the ground. Connor Wolf at the quarterback spot, just a freshman for Grand Rapids Catholic Central.
Looks a little nervous there. He's chewing that mouthpiece up. Relax, big guy. You'll be all right.
Well,
it's a big stage for him.
You know what he'll be able to do? He'll benefit from staying in this program, obviously, as a freshman, learning from Silveri next year a little bit more. And you see, obviously, a freshman, you're thin, right? You're going to get in that weight room. You start thickening up, and you watch guys bounce off you rather than
you
being
got in that weight room this morning, I'm sure.
Oh, no. No.
Shep, you know you got in that weight room this morning.
A lot of aches and pains, my friend. Jack Rellinger with a carry to the 20-yard line on 3rd down, and we're approaching the 2-minute mark here in the 4th.
Shep is a maniac in the weight room, and don't let him tell you any different.
Frankenmuth has been a game opponent here today, and they're bringing out some of their guys, Sam McKenzie and Ashton Benkert, and what a season it's been for the Frankenmuth Eagles. 11-0, champions of the Tri-Valley Conference. Nothing to be ashamed about. They have been a special story this season, for sure. Rellinger tumbles at the 20, and they'll turn it over to Frankenmuth on downs.
Rellinger, the ball carrier. Stop short of the line to gain, and Frankenmuth will take over.
You know what a lesson it's been for Frankenmuth. You can learn from things like this.
First down and 10.
Yeah, they got to the pinnacle, right? Now, obviously, you know, there are no consolation prizes, but they got to a place where only 2 teams got to, and obviously they're going to come up short here, but you know, there's a lot to learn from this, and it's a lot to be proud of, right? This is, like we talked about, a miracle season like for Frankenmuth, and they've come, and they did not lay down. They fought the entire game.
A lot of these kids, their fathers at one point reached the regionals. That's as deep as Frankenmuth had ever gotten. But their sons able to do them a little bit better by getting to the championship game. Just didn't have enough to beat an incredibly skilled and talented and deep Grand Rapids Catholic Central squad.
57, Carter Minor on the tackle. Then by number 50, Ryan Todd.
Those cheers you hear are from the parents that are in attendance for Grand Rapids Catholic Central. They're taking group photos. They're having a good time. they're enjoying watching their children, nephews, cousins, and brothers, and sister execute on this field.
And same with Frankenmuth as they celebrate Devin Rife, the senior, who has led his team to this stage and played with a lot of guts here today. To the outside, Connor Roach stays in bounds down to the 45-yard line. Rife, heck of a basketball player, heck of a baseball player. He's a pitcher and a middle infielder for Frankenmuth. So the sports career isn't over just yet, but this one will sting for a little while. Your hope is you'll look back, and I wonder if you did this too as a junior and senior at Inkster. Even though you didn't reach where you wanted to, did you look back and say, you know what I did, not many people have been able to do?
Yeah, I mean, my whole life I've always gone about it this way, right? You're going to have failures, going to have successes. If you've given everything you have, there's nothing to hang your head about, right? You've given everything, and that's what Devin Rife gave today. Every single ounce, right? We saw him fighting for extra yardage, you know, everything that you can do, right? Making throws, taking hits for the team. And when you do that, right, you have something to be proud about.
Sure do. There's the championship trophy that will remain in the showcase at Grand Rapids Catholic Central. Back-to-backs. They wanted to leave a legacy. They are doing just that. They win it in 2020 in convincing fashion.
The Eagles from Frankenmuth 21. And the Cougars, Grand Rapids Catholic Central 48. Please line up and face your cheering section so we may begin the award ceremony. Thank you.
And in walks those Do-It Panthers, ready to take on defending champion River Rouge.
Todd Colster, the head coach of Grand Rapids Catholic Central, had said the 2019 team might have been the best team that he's ever had in his 9 seasons at Grand Rapids Catholic Central. This 2020 squad will have something to say about it. You can't do it a whole lot better than what they did. They will celebrate. River Rouge is hoping to join them.
There are the River Rouge Panthers. It's going to be a Panther bout coming up next, huh?
Welcome to the jungle, my friend.
Yes.
This year and their play today. At this time, we direct your attention to the field where the Eagles of Frankenmuth are facing their fans. Accepting the Division 5 Finals Trophy, Coach Phil Martin.
Frankenmuth receives the runner-up trophy. Grand Rapids Catholic Central celebrates yet another title. 48-21, our final score here in the Division 5 state championship. We're back on Fox Sports Detroit Plus with coverage of the Division 3 state championship game. Now for my partner, Devin Gardner, Trevor Thompson, our entire Fox Sports Detroit family, I'm Matt Shepard, saying so long from Ford Field for now. Thanks for watching the MHSAA Football Finals on Fox Sports Detroit. Enjoy the rest of your evening and the rest of your sports weekend, everybody.